I'm Sammie Purcell, Associate Editor of Rough Draft Atlanta.
And I'm WABE contributor and AJC Senior Editor Mike Jordan.
And this is How Do You Atlanta.
Here's what's going on in Atlanta this week. What do you got, Sammie?
So coming up, we've got Shaky Knees Festival, May 3rd through 5th in Central Park. So 3-day tickets for this are sold out already, but you'll probably be able to find those last-minute one-day tickets. So go ahead and take a look at the schedule and see who you like. Me personally, if you want to find me, I will be there on Friday to see headliner Noah Kahan. It's a Season of the Sticks, baby. I'm really excited, along with Arcade Fire and Young the Giant. But Saturday, you've got Weezer and Queens of the Stone Age, and Sunday, you've got Foo Fighters, Billy Idol is going to be there, and Portugal the Man, and also a ton of other smaller artists. So, check out that lineup, see if you can find who you like, and figure out which day you want to go. I'm really excited about this. So again, if you want to find me, come on Friday. It'll be fun. Again, that's Shaky Knees Festival, May 3rd through 5th in Central Park.
Let me tell you, I, in the last week, have had conversations with a diverse cross-spectrum array of people representing all races, creeds, ages, everything. They are excited about this show, about Shaky Knees, but specifically the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I mean, I feel like they're such a big deal for everyone. Like, I've seen them once. I believe it was also at a festival. And I was sort of like, I probably don't know that many Foo Fighters songs, maybe like one. And then I was sitting there and I was I was standing there and I was like, oh, I know like a lot more of these than I thought I did. I just didn't really know the title. So I feel like everyone knows Foo Fighters stuff.
And it's Dave Grohl.
Everyone loves Dave Grohl.
If you have a Nirvana member, then you're there. So I know it's Foo Fighters now. But also, I mean, like, I'm Gen X. I'm young Gen X, by the way. I'm very, hello, fellow teens. But Billy Idol was a thing to me. Like, I remember he was coming up like, dancing with myself. You know what I mean?
Was so fun.
That was a dope song, right?
Yeah,
so I would be crunk to see Billy Idol again, see how he's looking. He's still sneering, I bet.
I feel like for people my age and a little bit older, Weezer is like the really big one.
Weezer's dope.
That'll be, I think, a really fun night.
It's a good lineup. It's a solid lineup.
Yeah, for sure. Again, Noah Kahan. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. You have your faves. We get it.
That's my guy. All right. What do you have for us this week?
All right. We have Soil Festival. We're calling it Soil Fest. Yes, Soil Fest. This is Saturday, May 4th at Maddox Park. And the Foodwell Alliance, along with your friends at WABE, are hosting this 9th annual event at the park on this Saturday to celebrate healthy soil and its role in building a strong local food system. So you're going to have delicious food. There's going to be all kind of great engaging activities and leaders in the food community. So this is family friendly. So bring the kids out, bring the elders out, and everyone learn together about urban agriculture and just all of these ways in which your food needs healthy soil to get to something delicious on your plate. There'll be, of course, cooking demos. There'll be activities for the kids if they can't seem to get enough to eat, and a lot of workshops on topics like composting, beekeeping, gardening, all of these things, plus, of course, a beer garden, music, and a giveaway of compost. In case you wanted to get started on some composting, they will be giving some away. So proceeds will go to help provide critical resources to local farms, community gardens, and orchards. So it is a very good event. Tickets range from just $4 to $25. So again, this happens on May 4th. That's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Maddox Park. And for more information on Soil Fest, go to the link in our podcast show notes.
All this sounds really cool. I've actually weirdly watched a lot of documentaries about like regenerative, that's how you say that word, agriculture lately. But I'm really interested in this beekeeping workshop. That sounds cool.
Good, because I am as well, because I just had some folks come and just do like an inspection around the house, and we have some bees up on the corner, and it turns out they are honeybees.
You got to keep them.
Yeah, we do. Can't do anything to them legally. So now I'm, of course, thinking about all this free honey that I can get. So I really am trying to figure out what I need to do. I have friends who are beekeepers, and they say it's easy. I'm worried about being stung, of course.
But I mean, people do it all the time. So you might get stung like once, twice.
But for the free honey, I mean, I'll take it.
You'll take it. It's a risk worth taking.
Yeah, it is. All right, what do you have next, Sammie?
So the Decatur Arts Festival is coming up May 3rd through 5th. This is a multi-day offering of live music, dance, comedy, theater performances, exhibitions, and a really, really awesome artist market. So things are going to kick off on May 3rd with Art Walk, which is a single-night citywide art experience that is free and open to the public. So you can stroll through downtown Decatur, enjoying refreshments and artwork at art spots, exhibits hosted at local galleries, retailers, and different restaurants. So it's kind of just a cool way to kick off the weekend, highlighting art in downtown Decatur. And then May 4th through 5th will be the artist market. So this year, 120 artists were selected through a competitive jury process, which is pretty cool. So you'll be able to look at ceramics, jewelry, 2D and 3D works, watercolor, woodwork, photography, paintings, and a ton of other different mediums from local and visiting artists. More information about this can be found at the link in the show notes. And again, that's Decatur Arts Festival, May 3rd through 5th.
All right. Always happy when we have over 100 artists in any sort of competition, but it's nothing like Decatur for an arts festival.
Yeah,
I mean, funky little Decatur. You come out there, you will find your exact tribe of artistic, creative people doing something that you probably would love to see and maybe purchase.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to get out to more of these. I've been trying to go to more kind of arts festivals. And again, like you said, this is really cool. There's like a jury selection process, so you know you're going to be getting a lot of diverse and very good art at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's important. You need more, because a lot of times places, cities like Atlanta and others, you know, we have our star artists and they're always great and they do wonderful things for the city and the creative community. But there's a bunch of upstarts and, you know, everybody should try art. We're all doing things. We're all creative. So I love
Absolutely.
it. This is How Do You Atlanta. I'm Mike Jordan and we'll be right back after this break.
All right, what else do you have for us, Mike?
All right, all you fans of Tucker, it is again Tucker Day. That day where we celebrate the city of Tucker in all its splendor. This is also a May 4th event. And so you're going to get out there and you're going to have a great time displaying your Tucker spirit at this foot-powered event. And that means, yes, there's going to be a parade there. So bicycles, pedestrians, even pets, human-powered floats, all of these are welcome. The parade begins at 10 a.m. and travels down Railroad Avenue and up Main Street before it disperses on Lindbergh Road. So there's all kind of other events going on at this. There's going to be entertainment on this main stage with a battle of the bands between Tucker High School's marching band versus Seed and Feed's Marching Abominable. Other entertainment on the main stage all day long. The show wraps up at about 4 p.m., but in the meantime, there's going to be all sorts of other things for you to do, including a scavenger hunt for all of you kids and kids at heart, a day-long contest to search and find. So any reason that you need, any excuse to celebrate the city of Tucker, which I spend a lot of time in Tucker. They have some great restaurants, and I would love to see more of you all out there. This is May 4th. Again, that's Tucker Day on Saturday, May 4th, and that is on Main Street in Tucker. And you can get more information at tuckerday.com.
You know, I feel like you could say this about a lot of kind of the cities surrounding the Atlanta area, but Tucker, I feel like I've been hearing a lot about Tucker lately. It's
you're
blowing
not the
up.
only one. It's like really a lot of people are moving there, I've noticed, and it's one of those little suburbs that, you know, once you're riding out Hugh Howell or whatever, it's like, you know, you don't really think about it, but there's a lot of neighborhoods off that main street, and a lot of people live there. They have, again, one of my favorite dessert places in this city, Cocoa Cakes by Coco. If you like caramel cake, go to Cocoa Cakes. They're open on weekends. They have an insanely good caramel cake. And there's just a bunch of other small mom and pop things around there. But it's just funky people again. I love to see it emerging. But
love funky
why
people.
not? Celebrate Tucker, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, Sammie, what do you have next?
So coming up on May 4th, we have the Wine Walk Run 5K in Piedmont Park. So this comes from Inclusive, that's with an F at the end, Fitness, a wellness organization. And they're going to present this. It's an international event celebrating Caribbean culture. So the goal of the event is to infuse the sights and sounds of the islands with a 5K. So this would be a really fun run. There's going to be Caribbean culture, festive costumes, food, music, and talent. It's going to be a really, really cool event. And you can register for this up to the day of the run. So there's no worries about late registration. You can register right up to the day that it happens. So again, that's Wine Walk Run 5K, May 4th in Piedmont Park. And you can find more information at the link in the show notes.
I love this, and I love the name of it because it's like, when I think about it, for me, like wine, walk, and run, it's what I used to do as a kid when I would get in trouble. And, you know, like, it's like that That was my go-to move whenever I didn't want to get,
Yeah.
in further trouble.
I guess we should clarify. It's wine with an H.
Yes, it is.
Yes, not wine without the H.
That's right.
So it'd be very different.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. But nothing wrong with some wine and also encouraging healthy behavior in the meantime.
Yeah.
I mean, wine is already, not the same as getting your bourbon and everything on, which nothing wrong with that. But
Nothing wrong with
I
any of
love incorporating healthy stuff with a little bit of that vice or that, adult recreation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like there's going to be really good food at this too. So
I hope so.
Definitely check it out. All right, what else do you have for us?
All right, well, we'll keep the wine jams pouring with the Atlanta Wine and Jazz Fest. So this is an event that happens on the 4th, May 4th again, starts at 11 a.m. and goes until 7 p.m. And what you're getting here is not just the smooth sounds of jazz and all of this really beautiful music, but this exquisite international wine tasting. So this is the third year for this event. Again, not to be confused with the Atlanta Jazz Festival, Atlanta Wine and Jazz Festival, but still in Piedmont Park. And basically, you're going to get some really great artists like Marcus Johnson, Jasmine Gent, Felicia Ray, vocalist Lori Williams, even a DJ from the United Kingdom, DJ Sapphire, doing all these classic standards and contemporary interpretations of music. So really good stuff. And don't forget the wine. Going to be an unlimited sampling of over 50 international and domestic wines. You'll also get craft beer and spirits, but really focusing on the wine. That's what they're pushing this thing for. And those tastings will happen from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So world-class event, nice sips, nice sounds, all types of good times. This, again, is on May 4th, the Atlanta Wine and Jazz Festival. And you can get more information at atlantawineandjazz.com.
This just sounds like the classiest event ever. I feel like wine and jazz. Like, how can you get fancier than that?
And I mean, you can do this all year round, I mean, in your home, but it's nothing like being around other people when they have that wine and jazz vibe going on. And what I really love about music events where you can do some samplings is that you also get to have conversations about wine. And wine is one of those things where there's so many wines out there that, you can get lost in the sauce, so to speak. And so I like to find out what other people like and learn things that I don't know about wine and also learn some new artists and hear some new music.
Yeah, absolutely. I like talking to people who know more about wine than I do, which is pretty much everybody.
Oh, yeah?
But it's really nice to be able to learn more about what you're drinking instead of just, this is good.
Yeah. And with the music to keep it from feeling snooty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wine can be snooty.
Wine can be snooty. That's true.
Yep. Don't be snooty out there. All right. That does it for this week's edition of How Do You Atlanta. For more on these and other great events going on all around the city, go to howdoyouatlanta.com.
How Do You Atlanta is a joint production of WABE and Rough Draft. This podcast is produced by Crystal Devone with editing from Scotty Crow, WABE's Vice President of Audio. You can find links to all these events in the podcast show notes.
WABE.